The Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament, now in its 50th year. You know, we've had 50 years of hockey at the tournament, 3 sessions so far here in 94. We haven't begun answering the question that everybody wants to know the answer to, and that is, can anyone dethrone Bloomington Jefferson, the powerhouse that has captured the last 2 consecutive Class AA championships? They're favored to add a third to it. Right now we're going to meet our announcers for Game 1 as Jefferson faces Osseo. Wally Shaver and Lou Nanny. You think it can be done in 94?
Well, Jim, thanks very much. And Jefferson is certainly going to try and get it done. They went undefeated last year in winning the state championship for their 2nd straight year. And, Louis, it's a team again this year that is just loaded.
Well, let me tell you what kind of task Osseo has in front of them. Jefferson's goaltender's goals against average is twice as good as Osseo's. Crowley on defense for Jefferson has 3 times as many goals as the whole Osseo defense. The top 2 lines of Jefferson have almost twice as many goals as Osseo's top 2, 127 to 66. So they really got a big task. So then you say, how can Osseo do it? Well, Osseo's got a big team. They've got 9 guys 6 feet or over. You know what? Jefferson's got 10.
Okay.
So it's really a tough task for Osseo tonight.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one. Will we see a miracle performance out of a goaltender, which we haven't seen in the tournament in a couple of years? Maybe tonight's the night. But there's a second game coming up immediately following the Jefferson-Osseo game. Let's go downstairs to Frank Mazzocco and Tom Reed and find out a little bit more about that game.
All right, Wally, thank you very much. Minnetonka, the champions of Section 6 against Duluth East, the champions of Section 7, and a real youth movement in that second game tonight, Tom.
You know, when you look at Minnetonka, they have got a young club. They've got 2 freshmen and 6 sophomores, but they also are very strong defensively. 16 times this year, they've given up 2 goals or less, and that tells you something about they might not score a lot of goals, but they don't give up a lot of goals.
Meanwhile, Duluth East also has 2 freshmen in the starting lineup, a first-line center and a first-line defenseman. And likewise, they were stingy in their section championship game, beating Cloquet 2-0 in order to make it here to the state tournament. Jeff Grayson is another member of our telecast crew tonight. Let's go over to Jeff.
All right, thanks, Frank. Spotlights on Bloomington Jefferson tonight. I talked with Mike Crowley before the game. He expects Osseo to come out hitting hard. They're going to try to shut down the speed, the attack of the Jaguars. He thinks it's going to be a lot of hitting early. Osseo trying to make a statement. Let's go to our dapper man with the mic in his hands, Andy Skugman. Marvelous.
All right, Jeffrey, thank you very much. All you gentlemen have alluded to the fact that we're in for a great night of hockey, but we're also in for simply a great night here at the Civic Center. The place is starting to fill up quickly, and we're expecting a standing room only crowd. I'll be in the stands all night, finding the people who with the best stories to tell and making sure you hear every one of those. For now, let's go back to your host of this fine broadcast, Mr. Jim Gilliland. Gilly?
Thank you, Andy. The puck drops here next. Come back and join us on Minnesota 9, the champ, Bloomington Jefferson, challenged by the Osseo Orioles. We'll do it next as State Tournament 94 rolls on from the St. Paul Civic Center. Tonight's first Class AA quarterfinal contest. Let's check in with public address announcer Dick Stanford.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Civic Center and to the 50th Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. Tonight's first quarterfinal game matches the champions of Section 4AA with a record of 69-1, the Orioles from Osseo. And the 1994 champions of Section 5 with a record of 23-1-1 and 2-time defending state champions, the Jaguars from Bloomington Jefferson. To begin our proceedings, let's meet the cheerleading squads from the respective schools. First, the Osseo Orioles, Heidi Scher.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Missy.
Heather Lassise.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Jeff.
Amy Schleich.
Hi, Greg.
Megan Kennefick. Becky Boland. And Tina Lovemo. And now let's meet the cheerleaders from Jefferson. First, Elizabeth Bleckinger. Erin Ewers. Sarah Comer. Kathy Kopecki. Krista Otto. And Michelle Stover. And now it's time to meet the 1993-94 Osseo Oriole hockey team. First, junior goaltender wearing number 1, Steve Anderson. Junior wing number 4, Chris Lean. Junior defense number 5, Andrew Henry. Senior defense number 6, Matt McDonough. Junior wing number 7, Sean Kelly. Sophomore wing number 8, Joe Baker. Junior center number 9, Bill Lockwood. Junior defenseman number 10, Jeff Carola. Senior center number 11, Matt Morganow. Senior wing number 12, Jason Farrell. Senior defenseman Chad Nelson. Junior wing number 16, Jeff Becker. Junior center number 17, Josh Kristoff. Sophomore defense number 18, Mark Fino. Senior wing number 19, Nick Warren. Senior defense number 20, Jason Perrin. Senior defense number 23, Sam O'Keefe. Senior wing number 27, Doug Willery. Junior wing number 29, Dan Iannazzo. And senior goaltender number 30, Matt Jeffers. Oriole head coach is Ray Doloff, and his assistant is Roger Stelges. The Osseo Orioles. And now let's meet the Jaguars. First, senior goaltender, number 1, John Schwartz. Junior wing, number 2, Matt Reinert. Junior wing, number 3, Ryan Maxson. Senior defenseman, number 4, Chris Lenton. Senior defense, number 5, Mike Crowley. Sophomore defense, number 6, Ben Clymer. Junior wing, number 7, Mike Anderson. Senior wing, number 8, Mike Skoglund. Junior wing, number 9, Ryan Knapp. Freshman center, number 10, Toby Peterson. Senior center, number 11, Ian Peterson. Senior defense, number 12, Garrett Kranz. Sophomore defenseman, number 14, Josh DeWolf. Senior center, number 15, Joe Bianchi. Senior wing, number 16, Luke Murray. Senior wing, number 17, Russ Doloff. Sophomore defenseman, number 19, Ryan Treble. Junior wing, number 21, Mark Parrish. Senior defense, number 22, Derek Camuel. And senior goaltender number 35, Jeff Heil. Jaguars head coach is Tom Satterdahlin, and his assistant is John Bianchi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed, we would like to draw your attention to important announcements from the players. The spokesperson for the Oriole hockey team is Matt McDonough, and speaking for the Jefferson Jaguars is Mike Crowley.
Good evening. Welcome to the Minnesota State High School League State Hockey Tournament. We appreciate your attendance at this tournament and hope you enjoy it.
The state hockey tournament is being played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. These rules provide for fair play and good sportsmanship among players and coaches. As athletes, we ask that spectators promote the ideals of good sportsmanship, fair play, and the respect for our opponents and the calls of the officials.
Thank you, gentlemen. We now ask you all to please rise and join in singing as the Jefferson High School Band, under the direction of Irv Rotenberg, leads us in the Star Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your officials for this quarterfinal game. The referees are Bill Mason and Mike Riley, and your linesman is Michael Gager.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the St. Paul Civic Center as we get all set to go here for quarterfinal game number 3 on the day for the AA State High School Hockey Championship. Stage has been set, you've met the players, and we're really looking forward to seeing this Jefferson machine and whether or not Osseo can contain them all.
Well, Osseo is going to have to come out and try and play a tight game, use their body, try and keep Jefferson off balance. They have to be physical because Jefferson has the speed, and more than that, Jefferson has the puck carrying and puck passing abilities to score a lot of goals. They've done it all season long. They've been doing it. This is their 3rd year, and they want to get to the state final again, and they certainly are a tough team to beat. So you've got to hope that your goaltender is great. He's going to be the most important man tonight for Osseo, and you've got to be diligent in your checking if you're going to stay with this high-scoring, powerful Jefferson Hockey Club.
Jefferson players beginning to crowd around their goaltender, who stands off to the side and will make his way into the nets right now. That'll be tended by Matt Jeffers, number 30. And there you take a look at the man of the hour, Mike Crowley, all-state defenseman last year. He'll be going to the University of Minnesota, and he was also a 6th-round draft choice of the Philadelphia Flyers. So this guy's already looking to the future.
Well, he actually should have been drafted higher, but he was smaller, and I think nobody wanted to take a chance on him. But he was a leading scorer in this hockey club as a defenseman. He's got great vision of the ice, moves the puck extremely well. That's Christoph, who scored the winning goal to put Osseo in the state tournament, and Christoph came up with that big goal in overtime. And he's a fellow that's going to try and get some shots on net. Osseo's got to put as many shots on that net as they can. Heil in goal for Jefferson. Hasn't been tested a lot during the year, so you really don't know where you want to shoot on him. They really have such a strong defense in front of him that people don't know how good he is. That's one of the disadvantages of being a goaltender on a real good hockey team.
Well, Michael Gagger, the linesman, has dropped the puck. We're underway as the Jaguars try to come into the Jefferson zone. It's taken by defenseman Ben Clymer. Fed around to the other side. However, Toby Peterson is there. A quick change already for the Jaguars. Peterson's centering pass is picked off. And this is Josh Kristoff with it, clearing the puck out of the zone. Tapped ahead, too far for Nick Warren of Osseo. And back it comes into the Osseo zone. McDonough, the defenseman, tried to clear, but can't. Is picked up by Skoglund. He goes into the corner. Skoglund, number 8 for Jefferson. Working the wall as he's knocked down to the ice. Puck comes back in behind to McDonough. Wraps it off the glass, and it carries out to center. Josh the Wolf, 14, and gave it right back to their defense. And now a quick outlet pass goes up to Ian Peterson. He lost control, and Osseo starts fast. Toby Peterson breaks up the pass. He and his brother Ian play together on a line. Toby, just a freshman. Jefferson keeping the puck alive. Crowley backs up to center ice to gather it up. Shoots it into the zone. And now this is Jason Perrin for Osseo. Clearing the center. Crowley shooting it right back in. Backing up is Sam O'Keefe. Goes to the other side for Jeff Becker. Out in front of his own goal. Carla clears at the center. Here's a race for the puck. Then Ionezo after it. Ionezo checked into the boards by Clymer. Jeff Becker, number 16, digs it loose, puts it out in front, and it gets past Farrell a little bit behind him. And it'll send Osseo back into their own zone.
Osseo defense got to do a little better job of getting that puck up to the forwards. They've had control and not got it there.
Here's Anderson for Jefferson, number 7, but there's a whistle as a downed Jefferson player is in the crease. There's a break in the action, no score. We played 2 minutes of the opening period. We'll be back for the state high school hockey tournament.
Twin Cities Leather and Boot Warehouse Sale. 50% off and more. Twin Cities Leather and Boot Warehouse Sale going on now in downtown Hopkins, Blaine, Burnsville, and Woodbury.
We'd like to welcome everybody up in the Duluth area to our telecast tonight. Hello, KDLH, and all your viewers up in the range, the city of Duluth, Superior, Wisconsin, and all points in between. Hope you're going to enjoy this one as you have all tournament long. Along with Lou Nanny, this is Wally Shaver. You're in the first period here of the third quarterfinal of the day. Already advancing, South St. Paul with a 4-1 victory over Rochester Mayo, and Moorhead with a 7-3 win over White Bear Lake.
Well, you can see that Osseo's not afraid to use their body and take men out, and that's something they're going to have to do, especially when they're forechecking, because of the ability of Jefferson's defense to move that puck out, and specifically Crowley. You want to eliminate that defense early. You want to get on them and take the body. One thing Osseo defense got to do, they've had 4 or 5 chances to put the puck on the wing or on the center stick, and they're missing that outlet pass. They've got to come out of that zone clean. That's the only chance Osseo's got to mount any attack.
Chad Nelson for Osseo, a senior, going down the left side. Puck cut in, goes behind the goal. Is pushed off the play. Backing up for it now is Luke Murray of Jefferson. Murray around the goal to the other door. And this is Josh DeWolf putting it out to center ice for Derek Kemuel. Kemuel's long shot on target, and the first save of the game goes to Matt Jeffers. Another shot is blocked by Jeffers. Here come Osseo. Doug Wallery. The center ice is checked, carrying on as Bill Lockwood. Can't get around the defenseman on the play, and Ross Dolph breaks it up. Orioles shooting it back in and going for a line change. Rounding his net is Ryan Trouble with a long pass up the left side for Ross Dolph. Now to Ian Peterson, who is checked. Coming onto the ice is Toby Peterson to get the puck. A little Toby, 14 goals, 25 assists as a freshman this year. He's flattened, puck in front, Crowley shoots right on. And Jeffers blocks that blast from 50 feet out. No score. We'll be back as there's a break in the action. You're watching the 94 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tourney.
You're watching the 1994 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournaments, brought to you in part by Boyer Ford, the Minnesota Pipe Trade Association, and by your local Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Jefferson, very talented and very intelligent. When they get the puck down deep and they see an open defenseman, they'll use the points, and especially when you have a guy like Crowley with 74 points this year. He's got a good shot. He's in the opening, but the Osseo defenseman had the front of the net cleared, and the goaltender Jeffers could see it and play it. But expect the defense for Bloomington Jefferson to get involved. When you got that many points, you know two things. One, they're talented, can handle the puck. Secondly, they use the points well. And that's very, very key for Bloomington Jefferson. Having pointmen like that opens up the whole ice in the offensive zone.
Crowley with a blast. That's blocked. A rebound by Skoglund. And Jeffers comes up with a couple of more stops. We'll see a lot of that tonight. But he's being chased hurriedly by Nick Warren. Clymer off the boards, but not out. Gets another try and finally relays it out to neutral ice. Shot back in by Matt Argino. Clymer this time goes to the right side. Taps it off the wall, just out of the reach of Skoglund. And Osseo from center. Clear right into the pads of Clymer, who shoots it back into the Osseo zone. Tips it off the boards from Toby Peterson, and now to Ian Peterson. Here's a 2-on-1. Peterson shoots, he scores! Ian Peterson with an assist from his younger brother, Toby.
And very close to being offside there, and Ian Peterson gets that bullet away right between the legs of Jeffers, crossing across the blue line. If you can take that back all the way to the blue line, watch how close this is. You see that? Very, very close call, and here's Peterson from the dot, through the legs, putting Jefferson ahead to 1-0. Just previous to that, the puck was passed up to the Osseo forwards, and they just were standing still. They got to get in the open spots for the defenseman. They could have had a break, but not getting in the opening. That puck got turned over. Younger brother Toby to Ian crossing that blue line and putting it away.
Osseo offside, coming into the zone. It's 1-0 Bloomington Jefferson. This is high school hockey 94, live from the Civic Center.
If you want a Consumer's Digest Best Buy like Tercel, then get to your Toyota dealer and get to quality during Toyota's March sales event. If you appreciate value, then save on Tercel's Extra Value Option Package. And for a limited time, a low $149 lease deal makes Tercel even more affordable. If you're looking for quality that's hot, wild, and practical, get into Osseo. But you better hurry. This sales event won't last forever.
MSP Television has purchased the broadcast rights to the 1994 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. No broadcast, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and account of this copyrighted telecast is permitted without the written authority of KMSP Television and the Minnesota State High School League. On the attack, the Jags. Bringing it in is Anderson, number 7. Stops back behind the net. Meanwhile, the play is along the boards. It's broken up by Osseo and cleared to neutral. Josh DeWolf, 14. Up ice now for Parrish. Across the line. Out of his reach. Back in the blue line. DeWolf with it. Checked along the wall by Jeff Becker. DeWolf now sends it back in behind the goal, and this is Anderson putting it back in the slot. A shot by Treble, blocked. The rebound is cleared away. Another try right off. A third try hits the post. Osseo can't clear it. Here's Treble firing again, and the rebound is blocked. Holy cow, it's a shooting gallery down there on Jeffers. Finally, Osseo flip it up into the crowd. They'll do anything right now to take the heat off of their goaltender, Matt Jeffers.
Well, you can't ask Jeffers to do any more than that. He had 4 point-blank shots, 2 from the point at the top of the slot by Treble, and then rebound shots right in front. And the Osseo defensemen have got to clear that area. When the shots coming from the blue line, they're down low, they're harder to control. You can't grab them, so there could be some of those rebounds. And look at this. Here's one shot, a rebound going right back to Anderson. Another shot. 4 in a row like that, and Jeffers stopped them all.
And he had the help of a post on one more.
Yeah.
Well, at this pace, folks, Jefferson will end up with 90 shots tonight. They already have 10, and we played just over 5 minutes. 90. Go for it. Westwood shoots it down into the Jefferson zone. That's the closest they've come to a shot on goal. Jeff Heil is still looking for his first save. Here's Nick Crowley. Make that Mike Crowley coming around the goal. Banking off the boards. He had a man ahead of him, but pass was stolen en route by number 10, Jeff Heil. Now Derek Camuel, number 22 for Jefferson. Working along the boards. He's knocked down once, twice, and the third time. Crowley trying to dig the puck loose, but he's bumped as well by Chip Nelson. Now finally, come the Jags across the line, but ahead of the play was 17, Ross Dolph, and it's offside. Rock and roll for Jefferson. They lead 1-0. And this is a high school 94 tournament from downtown St. Paul.
For many, the search for the world's greatest tuna sandwich ends when they discover Subway's Tuna Sub. One taste of our famous fresh baked bread, chunk light tuna, and any or all of our fresh fixed fixins, and it'll hit you too. This sandwich is worthy of the title World's Greatest. So come get hooked on the sandwich that's a tuna fish wish come true.
Come taste the world's greatest tuna sandwich at the world's greatest price. Now the 6-inch tuna sub is just $1.99 for limited time at Subway, the place where fresh is the taste.
McDonough behind his own goal for Osseo. Can't clear the puck. It comes across to the other side of the rink, right below us. And taking it off the boards, number 18, Mark Fino, a defenseman. His pass to center, stolen by Toby Peterson. A nice pirouette as he plays it into the zone. It comes out. Clymer's shot is blocked, and here come the Orioles. At least they try to come back. But, you know, one thing you talked about this Jefferson Dynamo, Louis, lots of offense, but boy, they back-check well. Osseo can hardly get across center ice.
Not only back-check well, they cover for one another well. Even if a defenseman moves up, a wing is taking their spot. They stay balanced. They don't get caught in outnumbered situations. And the key to their game right now is they move constantly.
Anderson with a steal. The rebound shot blocked as Bianchi had a try.
You don't see anybody standing around. Everybody's moving, and you find open spots. You get to people quicker. You're tougher to check. Moorhead played the same way in the game they won this afternoon against White Bear Lake. Constant motion. Jefferson here doing the same thing. They have the ability to jump into spots, and they have the presence of mind to find people getting into the openings. You know, it's not just a puck carrier that makes a play. It's the guy without the puck. You skate intelligently. You make yourself open. Things happen.
Farrell with a long try for Osseo, but it deflects out of play. I'm not sure if that was a shot on or not. There's a good look at the young Joe Bianchi, who has set a school record for points.
Well, yeah, but Crawley had more than him, so he set one, but Crawley beat him. Defenseman
right.
Crawley got 2 more than he has.
And the old record holder was his older brother, Tourney, now with the Gophers.
And this one, Joey's going to be going to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
This is the 9th appearance by a Bianchi in the state tournament.
Here is Mark Parrish trying to cut in. Parrish is actually the leading goal scorer on this team. Back comes Osseo on a rush up ice, crossing the line to Lionezo. Shot going just wide. Off the goaltender, Heil for his first save. Now up along the boards, it's tapped but not out. Kept in by Osseo as they're keeping some pressure down there. The Wolf is number 14 for Jefferson, trying to pry it loose. Bianchi down low to help and swings it around to the other side. Long pass across ice to Anderson is stolen. Here's Lockwood. Lockwood getting it on one man, going in, and he hooks a backhander over top the goal. Treble clears, but not out. Second effort gets away. Here comes Parrish on a break. He drops it back. Bianchi right in on goal. Oh, he shot it wide, and a great move by Bianchi as he had an ocean to skate through. The Banville scoreboard tells you the story right now. This is High School Hockey 94, live from the Civic Center.
At last year's tournaments, there was a lot of trashing going on, but not all was lost. Minnesota's recycled food cans have become part of today's hockey blades. Recycling completes its circle in steel basketball hoops, and reusable hockey sticks are scoring big points among players. But what else could have been made with recycled content? And what else could be collected for recycling? It's up to all of us. Ask for more, because when you recycle, we all win. For more information on ways you can reduce, reuse, and recycle, call the Office of Waste Management.
Osseo had their best chance when Lockwood broke in all alone, and he goes to his backhand, gets it up and over the net. Didn't score, but an even better chance than that coming right down the ice. What a great 3-on-2 play. Parrish and Anderson on the wings took both defensemen wide. Parrish drops it to Bianchi. He walked in and just couldn't put it in the net, and then Parrish sliding took the net off the moorings. But what a great play by Jefferson. 3-on-2, just picture perfect.
Lockwood putting it towards the net. A save for Heil. Shot from the point, blocked. Another blast by Fino is right on. And Heil stops that blast. McDonough, number 6, sending it down low for Osseo. Behind the goal is Nelson. Nelson trying to pry it loose, but Crowley is there to get it for Jefferson. Not out. Fino shoots right on. And this Fino can really unload with some shots.
Good shift for Osseo, and one thing that Osseo did there that they're going to have to continue to do during the game is make use of the points. Jefferson takes the men deep. They check you all the way back down. The wings aren't releasing up high enough yet. And you look at both blue line men. That's another shot by Fino, but both point men are open. As Jefferson comes down, the wings are staying down by the hash marks. It's going to take him time to react to get the puck back to the point. Osseo should be looking back to the point, getting them to shoot, and jamming the front of the net for some screens.
Fino with another slap shot as they go to the point one more time, and that shot is just off target. Picked up by Bloomington Jefferson, defending chance to Wolf, number 14, getting it up the right side for Skoglund, number 8. He's rubbed out along the boards, and this is Sam O'Keefe with it. Wheeling it around, it's just chopped. Bad play by Kristoff as it goes wide now. On the far side, Toby Peterson springs back to his skates. Lost control of the puck. Josh Kristoff after it. Bumping down along the wall. Kristoff backhanding it ahead, and here comes Margineau getting it up ice now for Warren. Warren around the defenseman treble. Warren deep in the corner, sends it into the slot, but it's picked off. And here comes Toby Peterson with his brother Ian, 2-on-1. Toby to Ian, what a nice defensive play, stalls a pass. Kristoff backhands it up the middle for Warren, and he just relays it all the way down the ice. This will be icing against Osseo.
Osseo getting a little anxious in the offensive zone. The puck was coming back to the blue line. The defenseman wanted to hit so bad he didn't notice that the puck was free. He went to the open man. Jefferson breaks down 2-on-1, and younger brother Toby tries to feed older brother Ian. Whenever you get down a 2-on-1 situation where younger brother Toby was, you don't have to pass the older brother. He was 15 feet out. He should have just shot the puck on the net.
Yeah, but older brother would have beat him up later on.
That's right. But that kid is only a freshman. He's going to be some player before he's through.
Here's Anderson with a try and a second effort going wide. Jeffers, the goaltender for Osseo, has faced 13 shots already. And Heil has an easy save on his behalf. Clymer to center ice for Anderson. Mike Anderson looking. He was on the 93 team, and his shot goes easily to Jeffers for a save.
Jeffers made a good move there. The puck was bouncing, and he had a defenseman on his side taking out Parrish from Jefferson, so he elected to hold the puck because the defenseman was all tied up. There'd have been no play there, and he made sure he got his body behind his glove, because when a puck's bouncing like that, it can go crazily, but he was going to be certain that if he missed it with the glove, he'd have it with the body.
You know, he's played well. I hope he can keep this pace up.
He's the key back there for him.
Well, you know, we talked about it a little bit earlier, that this hockey tournament seems to have a lack over the last few years, a guy who could just stone you. And we haven't seen that from goaltending over the last few years, and maybe this is the guy that could do it.
There'll be a couple of them getting a chance here between the way Jefferson and Moorhead both play with the high-octane offense they got and the steady motion. Goaltenders that they play against are going to be tested.
Osseo's down out in his zone. Trying to step around Crowley is slowed up in neutral. Back comes Mark Parrish across the line now for Joe Bianchi. He's knocked down. Parrish is there for the puck. Parrish checked hard, lost control, and is steered back out to center by Willery. Fans hollering for a penalty. None will be called on that play. Crowley now up for Parrish. He lets it go by for Bianchi. Bianchi skating right in. A good wrist shot is blocked. Now centering pass. Here's Crowley turning to the forehand. Now to the backhand. Centering it. And that's knocked down in front. Lockwood racing back. 2-on-1. Lockwood fires. And getting a glove on that was Jeff Heil. Wow. End-to-end action here at the Civic Center. Osseo still with it. Nelson centers for Lockwood, but it's steered away from him, and Anderson brings it to center. Lines up from 75 feet, and Jeffers steers that shot wide as Jefferson changes on the go.
That was a good save by Heil because Lockwood got a lot on it. Lockwood's been a threat out there for Osseo twice tonight.
Ross Dolph with a shot on goal is scooped up by Jeffers as he is already approaching 20 saves in this period.
Well, Dolph puts a shot on net, but correctly so. Both Murray and Camuel break to the net. Jefferson goes to the net quite well, and that's something that is a big factor for them. They've always got people around looking for rebounds, and a great little move by Bianchi there, pulling that puck through, getting the shot, and then a rebound following up, and then Crawley, this is going to be him stepping in and sliding it across. Jeffers had to make a couple of big saves there.
Well, he slid across and stacked the pad beautifully, though, on Crawley's effort. Delayed offside. You see Osseo vacating the zone. They couldn't touch it. Meanwhile, Jefferson skates out. Doloff, a long shot, is wide. This is Luke Murray, number 16, down low for Doloff. Doloff trying to play it out in front for Derek Kemuel, but it can't click. Osseo clears, and Kemuel will set it up at center. They call him Cam, and he likes to play goal. Osseo back with Marginal, long shot going wide. He'll be attending Wisconsin next year. Now a pass up ice goes to Ian Peterson. The co-captain of Jefferson is squeezed out of the play, and Osseo has it again. Ian Peterson get it, but it apparently was offside, and will spot another face-off in the neutral zone between the two blue lines.
Sometimes you see people noticing a delayed offside, like we had Osseo player coming out of the zone. The puck was coming in right by him. He elected to let Jefferson have it coming out of the zone. You might as well play that puck because Jefferson's coming out with speed and control. By the time that player get out of the zone, Jefferson's out of the zone. So take the face-off rather than give it possession already to Jefferson, who's a good puck-carrying team and was moving out of the zone.
And that's exactly what happened. They brought it down into the attack end. 1-0 if you've just joined us. Jefferson leading the game. But Osseo is getting a sterling performance out of their senior goalkeeper, Matt Jeffers. We have a hand pass called in the neutral zone, so they're going to drop it right around the center ice spot.
That's one rule. We talked about it this afternoon. In professional hockey, you could play the puck in your own zone with a hand pass because people would lose their stick and they pass it with the hand to get a whistle to make certain that they get a stick back. Eventually, you might see hockey allowing hand passes, at least the ability to knock the puck down, because that wasn't even a hand pass. It's just knocking it down. You should be able to do that and keep the puck in play. And you're going to see rules move more towards that. They're starting to do that now.
The biscuit comes into the Osseo zone. Tapped off the board by Sam O'Keefe. Jefferson gets it, cuts out in front. A scramble for Skoglund. Number 8 had a shot go wide. Behind the goal, it gets it to Ian Peterson. Walking in front, one shot blocked. It's still loose. Skoglund tries, can't get it. It hits the leg. Now another shot. Jeffrey saves and sprawls out to hold on. And some pushing and shoving following that play out in front of that man who will be attending the University of Minnesota Technology School, and he's playing technically perfect so far.
Well, see how quick Jefferson gets out of the corner and they get a couple of shots. They just seem like they're everywhere. It reminds me in 1967, the first time we played the Russians in an international tournament in Canada. They called it a pre-Olympic tournament. And we had a game like this, and the Russians were just all over it. Finally, Mariucci threw a puck out, and he says to the referee, the heck with it, we're going to play with our own puck, because they won't give us theirs. And that's what's going on here. We got coincidental minors down by the net, and so the good thing about high school hockey, they play 4-on-4. It opens up the ice, and this is just going to give Jefferson a little more room to operate. So Osseo is going to have to be very, very alert. You've got this much ice surface against a skating and puck-carrying team like Jefferson.
Josh Kristoff in front, just missed a pass. Martino, the defenseman, tipping it back down low. But now the Jaguars come out. Here's Crawley, who likes open ice. Finds some, heads down the left side. But it's poked off his stick by McDonough, the defenseman. Crawley, out of Parrish, out in front. A late save for Jeffers. And the Osseo defense clears. It rises over the glass into the stands. And
well, Kristoff knew he had nothing to do with it, and Crawley moved right in on him, so you might as well take a whistle, get a line change, because there was nowhere for him to go. A good move by Crawley there, putting that puck back in the corner, and notice where Crawley is. He's right at the top of the circle. After that good attempt by Parrish, Kristoff's there, and see Crawley coming into your screen? That's how deep their defensemen are. They're aggressive. They go right to the puck, and Kristoff is not going to take a chance losing the puck there. Take the whistle.
Bianchi waltzing right in. Blocked, but gets it back to Crawley now. Crawley's tied up. Oh, almost a near breakout for Osseo. But they overskate the puck, and finally it's relayed to center. Long shot from center is going wide of the goal. Right out in front, but Kyle tips it away. lifted into the air by Paris, and it bounces back inside the Osseo blue line. Just as the buzzer goes to bring an end to this first period of play. And that man is going to take a big gulp of water and catch his breath. He should be charging support for some of his teammates in this period.
Well, that was a great period by him. That is just superb goaltending. And he was quick, he was confident, and Highland went off, had to make one good save on Lockwood, and Lockwood missed on the backhander the other time. But other than those two chances for Osseo, it was completely all Jefferson and Leffert. And I'll have to tell you, Jefferson, was the key in that period. He had some quality saves, and people on his doorstep continually, and he maintained his composure, came through with an outstanding period. The score, Jefferson 1, Osseo 1 on a Louisville scoreboard.
It's the biggest truck sale in the heartland, but time is running out. You have 3 days left. It's your chance to drive Chevy's new S-Series Extended Cab, loaded with AM/FM cassette and much more. Not for $350 a month, but only $199 a month for 24 months. Just $199. Don't wait one more day. It all ends March 14th. Hurry to your Heartland Chevy Geo dealers.
Hey, ready? You want to buy something. Here's how to find it. The U.S. West Direct Yellow Pages. Or maybe you're in business. Good. Here's how you sell things. Let's clarify. You're a buyer again and there's something you want. No, really want. Where do you look? Whoa, fast learner. Now, being that this is, in fact, the great U.S. of A., if you want to buy something, bet the farm somebody wants to sell it to you. And how do you find each other? Amazing. Where to buy, where to sell. U.S. West Direct.
If you have children involved in sports, there's only one eyeglass lens they should be wearing, the Gentex polycarbonate lens. Look what happens to a standard plastic lens when struck by a projectile. Compare this to the Gentex polycarbonate lens. Notice the projectile simply bounced off the polycarbonate lens without breaking it. Be safe and choose polycarbonate lenses for your all-star player. Vision World, Minnesota's locally owned optical company.
Hey sports fans, Dennis Green here for the winning sales team at Boyer Ford Trucks. Only knowledgeable, friendly, and courteous sales pros make the team at Boyer. They've got competitive prices, great trade-in allowances, and big play-making financing abilities. Did you know that Boyer has the largest inventory of new Ford trucks in the business? And they're backed by the biggest and best trained parts and service operations to keep your truck in the field. Call on Boyer when you're in the market for an affordable truck.
And now, a Minnesota 9 News update.
Good evening, I'm Gary Rebstock. A grand jury is now hearing the insider's view of the Whitewater investigation. White House staffers are giving their side of the story and say now everything will be on the table.
I'm really encouraged to be participating in something where the finding of fact is actually important as opposed to innuendo and rumor mongering and gossip.
At issue is whether the staff tried to influence a federal probe into the president's failed real estate deal. Senator Dave Durenberger pleads not guilty again to abusing his Senate expense account. Those charges were dismissed last December, but a grand jury later indicted him again. The Minneapolis Police Department is working on better relations with the gay community. A task force is recommending a liaison group be formed to improve communication. Well, we know that many of you watching tonight are new to Minnesota 9 News, so we want to take a minute to show you why we hope you'll keep tuning in.
If you've seen Minnesota 9 News lately, you've seen the most complete coverage of the events that touch our lives. You've seen local and national news with depth and insight that other newscasts don't have time for.
9 Lives followed Fred Armwell. He draws his art from his Native American spiritual heritage.
People that make the Twin Cities unique. Different news features.
Minnesota 9 Newsroom, a new approach.
How many newscasts are interactive?
Well, our 9 Line question tonight, what's on your mind? Just give us a call and tell us what's going on.
Our 9 Line actually provides same-night viewer feedback at the end of each newscast.
Tonight's 9 Line question, what's on your mind? Here's some of what you had to say.
Pressing issues.
I'm really concerned. It seems like this year crime seems to be rising. We need to do something.
Key conflicts.
Well, I think the news has a lot of negative issues on it, and I think you should work more on the positive stuff.
Minnesota speaks its mind on the 9 line.
I think this 9 line is great. It's really nice to hear what other people have to say about the issues going on today.
From first impressions to the last word, only one station brings you what's on Minnesota's mind. Nights after nights, issue after issue. And the call is free. The 9 line. Growing, meeting the changing needs of viewers in the Twin Cities. Award-winning stories. All from the #1 independent television station in the country. KMSP TV's Minnesota 9 News.
And that's the news for now. We'll have more after the next period.
It's won more major awards than any other car. Made the Car and Driver Top 10 list 8 years in a row. Now, it's even better. Introducing the '94 Ford Taurus, now with dual airbags and available anti-lock brakes. And with a $269 a month lease for 24 months, no wonder it's the #1 selling car in America. Again, Ford Taurus, far and away the most applauded car in the Northland.
Express yourself at Knott's Camp Snoopy, and you could win a trip to Knott's Berry Farm in California. Use any TCF Express Teller Cash machine starting March the 9th to the 26th. Save your receipt, and then watch for the qualifying numbers announced each day live during the Tournaments on 9. Match 4 consecutive numbers from your Express Teller transaction number, and you qualify to win. Now you can find 2 new TCF Express Teller Cash machines at Knott's Camp Snoopy. So kids, remind your parents to check their receipt for the qualifying numbers. TCF is proud to sponsor the broadcast of the Tournaments on 9.
Dad's picking up dinner.
Thrilling. Pizza or another bucket of chicken.
No, he's going for a new Taco Bell Big Bell dinner pack.
Our dad? Tacos and burritos and packs of 6, 10, or 15? With humongous sides of rice, beans, and chips? A complete family meal starting at $5.99?
This could change everything.
Yeah, Mom will get a raging deal.
Dad bust some kicking gear.
We'll become a cool family.
Hey, campers, who wants tacos?
Well, at least dinner won't be lame.
Check out its lines. Get behind the wheel, because now's the time to get to your Toyota dealer and get into quality. Toyota's March sales event is here, and so is the all-new Celica with a brand new Celica lease deal. Only $259 a month can get you into performance and into quality. Also available as a special lease on Supra, the top gun of performance cars. So get to your Toyota dealer before this sales event ends.
We've played one period in the third of our Class AA quarterfinal. Quadruple header, and Bloomington Jefferson leads Osseo 1-0. We're in the first intermission. Welcome back to the St. Paul Civic Center. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jeff Grayson. For the 5th year in a row, Toyota and your local Toyota dealers have sponsored the Toyota School Spirit Competition. A winning school will be chosen live during the AA Championship game on Saturday night. That school will win the use of a 1994 Premier van for a year. Again, this year, entries have been collected from high schools around the state, and one of the 12 finalists is Alden Conger, the Knights from Alden, Minnesota. Stan Reese, the principal, with 126 kids at Alden Conger. Now, Jefferson leads this one 1-0. After the first period, I talked with Osseo coach Ray Dolph. He said the first 7-8 minutes of the period, Jefferson showed their experience. They were all over the Orioles. He felt later on Osseo settled down. He says they've got to get better on the forecheck, make smaller passes. He feels pretty good. They're only 1 goal behind. Let's go back upstairs. Now, guys, what do you think?
Well, that's exactly what we were thinking. We were talking about the fact that there was long-range passes going on. But when you talk about how successful Louis Jefferson is, their transition game is just amazing. But when they turn over, when the puck is turned over and they get it going from defense to offense, you don't see the big swoops and the long passes. It's bam, 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 real quick, and geez, they're right back at you.
They make small passes, short passes. They make good passes. They get in the holes, and they create opportunities for themselves by finding open spaces. Here's the first goal, and just a great little play by Ian Peterson, getting in the opening, firing it through the goalie's legs from the slot, or from the dot area. But the key in that play was he maintained his presence on side, and the linesman was right on the spot. He made a good call. It was not offside. It was a perfect pass, but it was all made possible because Ian Peterson went to the opening, stayed on side, and put the shot on the net. And that's the only one that beat that goaltender Jeffers, who had just a fabulous period. 21 shots on net, Wally, and we know that about 19 of them were extremely good good quality chances.
And close in, too. So let's take a look now at our Yellow Pages shots on goal counter. And as we turn the page here, you'll see it. Jefferson, 21 shots. Jeffers, the goaltender, just an incredible period of hockey. And he may be the kind of guy that we're waiting to see over the last 2 years to just stand on his lips. And he is doing so far.
Well, you know that you have to realize right now, Osseo's down 1-0 after 21 shots. They have to be happy.
Yeah.
They have to feel, look, we're in this hockey game. Jeffers, if he continues to play like that, we might steal a goal here, steal a goal there. You know, the odds are against them, but they're right where they want to be. They're in this hockey game against a tough Jefferson Hockey Club.
1-0 the score. We will be back for a second period of play to see if Jefferson can three-peat in just a moment.
What's it like to face Curtis Joseph when he's wearing Louisville hockey gear? Louisville hockey. Hockey the way you want to play it. Some poor goalie is going to be taught a lesson about Louisville hockey sticks from Steve Eiserman. Louisville hockey. Hockey the way you want to play it.
It's the biggest truck sale in the heartland, but time is running out. You have 3 days left to save big on the most popular truck in the heartland, Chevy CK. Plus, get $1,200 in option package discounts. One look and you'll see why Chevy outsells Ford, Dodge, Toyota, and all the rest. Nobody beats Chevy. Nobody. Don't wait one more day. It all ends March 14th. Hurry to your Heartland Chevy Geo dealers.
From tournaments past, here's another great clip from Great Clips for Hair.
Last year, Faribault's senior wing, number 8, Scott Cowan, made this great play pay off big for his team. On this breakaway pass from teammate Danny Pumper, this beautiful power play goal was Scott's first shorthanded goal of the 93 Tier 2 semifinal. And it brought the Faribault Falcons to a tie-breaking game against Henry Sibley.
This great clip has been brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
If you can get here, you can get there.
Now you can get here for just $5 to start. Call Bally's today at 1-800-WORKOUT.
There's the view from our GMC Viking Land cam high atop the Civic Center here in St. Paul, where you're watching day 2 of our coverage. More days we're going to be here seeing it all in St. Paul. Let's give you the facts as we have them through today's action. Now, we started out with Class A consolation this morning over at Mariucci Arena. Hermantown was a 3-2 winner over Farmington. And then we also have Edison defeating Breck 4-1. Now today, earlier this afternoon, Class AA here. South St. Paul a 4-1 winner over Rochester Mayo. And then Moorhead down 3-2 after 2 periods to White Bear Lake. Stormbeck to defeat the Bears 7-3. Osseo and Jefferson going at it now. The Jaguars leading 1-0. For more on the second period, let's go upstairs to Wally and Luke.
Thanks very much, Jim. And again, the only goal scorer of the contest so far has been Ian Peterson. And he is a veteran of playing in the state high school hockey tournament, having been a part of the last 2 championships that Jefferson has been able to put together here.
You're looking at Jeff Heil trying to rough up that crease a little bit, make certain that, you know, he's got a nice area in front of the net that no pucks are going to be sliding by him. And he didn't have too much work in that first period, but he had to make a couple of quality stops on Lockwood, who broke in once on his backhand, and the other time had a real heavy slap shot from about 40 feet that he got a glove on. He doesn't see much action, but the Jaguars are very confident when people do get an opportunity on him. He's a good goaltender. He had just a 1.4 goals against this year, which is outstanding. And as we said, we know he doesn't give many chances, but even when you're just giving up a goal and a half, you know you got to be making the saves because some teams are going to get chances on you. We're looking at Jefferson with that for Osseo, and he had quite a night's work in one period. I mean, he had as many quality shots as we've seen in this tournament so far. Out of the 21, at least 17, 18 of them were real good opportunities for them to score. He not only had to make the initial save, he had a couple of times there. Remember, he had the one flurry. While they had 4 shots, I think they only put 1 up on the board. They were coming so fast that they never put enough shots up, and he made every save. And on top of that, he even had the goalpost help him one time.
Teams are set for the center ice faceoff. Linesman Michael Gagger is ready as well. Jefferson players are still doing their little ritual before the period of play starts. And Nick Crowley, number 5, is the last guy to touch his goalie. And off he goes. Sentimental being called to the middle of the pond. It'll be Toby Peterson, number 10, for Bloomington Jefferson. And he'll square off against number 19, Nick Warren of Osseo. Puck is dropped and coming across the line is Skoglund. Skoglund getting it back for Treble. His shot is right on goal and right back at Jeffers. Here comes Warren out of his end for Osseo. Long pass will carry the distance, and that is icing since he passed it from his side of center, and it carries a length of the rink beyond the goal line to be an icing call.
Good try by Fino, but he's had the opportunity to do 2 things. One, bank it off the boards, which is a little tougher pass. You got to just time it perfectly to the forward or put it right up the middle. He actually could have put that one right up the middle because Trebles took the shot as he did his follow-through, carried him in. There was only 1 defenseman back, and that's almost the situation that Osseo has been looking for to try and capitalize on.
High rising shot by Skoglund goes off the glass behind the goal. 4-on-4 still, don't forget, as we start this second period. Just 20 seconds remaining in the line of penalties. Nice check thrown by McDonough. Toby Peterson trying to break the puck loose. He takes the spin along the board, still maintains control, hits the Wolf with a pass. Sprawling the block, it was defenseman Mark Fino, number 18. Now behind the goal is Skoglund. Relaying it back to the point, trying to find Fino his treble, but he had trouble. And gets it across to his partner, Josh DeWolf. Wolf up to Peterson. Ian firing it through to Leon Anderson, but Bianchi gets it. His centering effort is stopped by McDonough, the defenseman. On the blue line, Crowley keeps it alive. Sends it down low. Bianchi peel out over the boards, but the pass is away from him and carries the length of the rink. There is no icing. Behind the net, Luke Murray after I think that Becker for Osseo, number 16, swept away from him by Crowley. Mike Crowley. Cross the line for Bianchi. Drops it back for Crowley. Tries a backhander, and that's steered wide by Matt Jeffers. And Osseo clears too far for Becker. Again, it'll carry the distance to be an icing call against the Orioles. There is a break in the action, and we'll be right back to the St. Paul Civic Center for more of High School Tourney 94.
Catch any fish, Lou? Lou? Lou?
Go to McDonald's for a 79-cent Filet-O-Fish sandwich after 4 p.m. on Fridays. It's the easiest way to go fishing.
Some people enjoying themselves at the hockey game. Osseo had another opportunity right there to have a 3-on-1. They got to be just a little less anxious getting that puck up ice. The defenseman there, Karola, just tried to bank it. He banked it too far. They got to have a little more confidence in putting that puck on the stick. They would have had a 3-on-1 break. Instead, they got an icing.
Jaguars leading 1-0, and this is Mike Crowley heading the pass to center for Mike Anderson. Dropping it off for Bianchi. Back out in front, and a shot by Parrish is just wide. Orioles rushing up ice. Farrell left wing pass for Ianazzo, but he squeezed out of the play by Clymer. And Crowley will ring it around to the weak side. Parrish ahead for Bianchi. Bianchi, who plays golf in the team, comes right in on goal. They center it, and up along the post, holding on is Matt Jeffers.
Jeffers again playing him very intelligently, not pulled away from the pipe at all. Bianchi coming around the outside, tried to get him to come across and then slide it around him, wasn't able to do it. Real nice play by Joey Bianchi as he cuts to the outside after faking the shot. And now he's going to cut for the goal, tries to get him to move. He doesn't. Jeffers holds his spot, freezes it, because right on the doorstep was Parrish coming for the rebound.
Off the draw. Fino, the defenseman, lost it behind the net, goes after it again. Number 18 is Fino, ties up his man, and Lockwood comes in for the puck. Lockwood trying to get away from Camuel. Sends it around to the other side. Nelson sidesteps to Jack and brings it across center. Jack Nelson gets a long shot right on goal. And this is Jeff Heil making a save.
And Heil had to stop a bullet because Nelson had a lot on that. The defenseman just gave up that blue line a little bit, which is surprising because everybody was covered. Watch the defenseman sag about 10 feet over the blue line. See how much room he's got to come across? Bloomington defensemen usually very solid, meet the play. They're really good defensively as well as offensively. They don't give you much, but that time they allowed Nelson to come across, and he took time to take the slap shot. That's when you got to step up into him, get the stick out, try and deflect the shot.
Shot from the draw was deflected on goal by centerman Bill Lockwood. Back comes Cody Peterson, just a freshman, putting it out in front. Picked up now by Stolden, but he lost it. It's poked to center by Lockwood. Here's a race for the puck, but Ryan Trouble is going to get back first. Feeds it out to Stolden and out to Cody Peterson. His brother Ian picks it up. Here's Ian Peterson taking a wrist shot. It's right on and slashed away from out in front by Fino. His rink-wide pass now onto the stick to Willery. Willery getting it up ice now for Marginal. Marginal reaching the line is turned away. And the Jaguars come back. This is Stolden with the puck. His shot goes just wide. A good hard wrist shot. Ian Peterson along the wall lost the puck. Osseo has a pass to behind a couple of players.
That's been one of their biggest problems there, Wally. They're not making those passes. They're not completing even the short passes coming out of the zone. See how many times they turn that puck over, and that's been the key. Otherwise, they'd have some more offensive chances here.
Big difference in the passing game between the two teams.
Real big. That's a huge difference here tonight. Watch the amount of times Osseo is not completing the pass and Jefferson is.
The game's within a game. They're as interesting as the overall contest itself. Back on the other side, this is Jeff Carla. Carla, number 10. He's missed and carries a length. It'll be an icing violation against Osseo. That means the face-off will come back in their own defending zone.
The thing that, as well, Osseo's standing around a little in their zone. Jefferson's always moving, so even when the puck is coming to a man, by the time he accepts the pass and does something with it, he's got a man on him. They've got to get those first couple strides underway. When they see a man ready to give him a pass, start the legs moving, get to the open space, and so you've got a little bit of speed to move away from the attacker. See how many times they're standing flat-footed here.
Here's a steal for Anderson. Back at the point for Crowley. Takes a shot into Bianchi. He lets it go right on. The rebound by Anderson goes off to the side. Crowley back down low for Parrish. Around to the weak side for Anderson. In front, but is just missed by Bianchi. Crowley keeps it alive and pinches him down low. Crowley centering it, but it's grabbed off in front by Mark Fino. Looking across ice, but his pass is blocked. It is then picked up, and the Orioles drive it in. Chugging in after it is Jeff Becker, but Crowley tips it away from him over to his defense partner, Clymer. Clymer back to the other side. Anderson tips it off the board, feeds Crowley. He banks it off the wall, picks it up himself. Crowley going right in on goal. This force wide to the outside on a good defensive play by Matt McDonough.
See, McDonough should have just passed the puck to his man there. He would have a whistle. He had no stick.
Scramble out in front, and Jason Farrell comes out of it and shoots the puck back to neutral. Clymer, a good turn, moves it back across the line. Clymer going right in on goal, and he stopped at the edge of the crease by Matt Jeffers. So what else is new? The score remains 1-0. There's a break in the action, and we'll be back with the 1994 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
The crew find themselves battling the unknown.
He's running from something, that's for sure.
On the next Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Sunday night at 6 on Minnesota 9.
Clymer made a real nice rush going down in the zone. McDonough made a great play after for Osseo, stopping the rush, and he lost his stick. Now he doesn't have the stick anymore. After that puck came out of the zone, McDonough, that was his stick behind the net. Should have gone and picked up that stick. When the puck gets out of the zone, don't play with no stick. Get yourself a hockey stick. It's too tough to defend the guy. Clymer was able to walk right in, but Jeffers made the save.
And he makes another one just off the face-off. Dolph having a try. Cat Nelson breaking right up the middle. Headman's a pass to Lockwood. To the other side now for Doug Willery. His brother played hockey and soccer at the program. Down on the ice is Lockwood, but he helps himself up and staggers to the bench. Meanwhile, Jefferson back on the rush. They lose the puck at the line, and Jeff Carla headmans the pass. Nelson missed it off his backhand side, and back come the Jaguars. Luke Murray across the line for Dollop. Dollop setting it, but covered by two players in front was Camuel. Now it's placed back out in front. Camuel tipped it into the slot, just out of the reach of Dollop. Behind the goal is Murray, going to the corner. Luke Murray still with it, playing it out in front, but it gets beyond everybody's reach. No icing will be called. And Ohio lays it at the side of his goal for number 14, Josh DeWolf, who just clears the center. Stepping up now is Treble. Ryan Treble, who has an older brother playing at the University of Minnesota.
Played very well for the university, by the way.
Betcha he is.
Those short passes again. The turnover is too often coming out of the zone. If you just start making those passes coming out of the zone, then he can relieve some of the pressure. Jefferson's able to put a lot of pressure on the defense, causing turnovers, and they're keeping the defenseman in as well. And the defenseman just having a field day, just firing the puck and throwing it in. Lockwood got hit very heavily right in front of the bench. Watch this. He's come along the right side. Here comes number 9 right there, and he's taken in quite heavily. I'll tell you, he got up and went off there for a while. Camuel hit him cleanly and hit him hard.
And he also hit that partition at the corner of the glass, and that's head first. Ian Peterson, a shot right on goal. Jeffers makes save number 29 on the game. Score is still, though, only 1-0. Jefferson leading. We'll be back to the Civic Center for more of this AA quarterfinal.
It's the biggest truck sale in the heartland, but time is running out. You have 3 days left. See us now, and you could be driving this brand new Chevy S-Series, loaded with AM/FM stereo and much more. Not for $300 a month, but only $177 for 24 months. $177. Don't wait one more day. It all ends March 14th. Hurry to your Heartland Chevy Geo dealers.
Jefferson just having an outstanding game thus far, but the only one having one better is Jefferson in the net. Jefferson has 20 in 9 shots and only 1 past the goaltender, Jeffers.
And there is absolutely no question on who has been the number 1 star in this game. Jason Farrell for Osseo. Headman's a pass to Dan Iannazzo. Long shot from just inside the line is wide. At the point, it bounces over a stick, but stays in the zone. Jaguars swarm around it and break out. Peterson to Tourney. Tourney, a spinner and out in front, and Stogler just deflects it over top the goal. Ian Peterson centers it. It deflects off the stick back to the point, and Clymer pinches in. Behind the net now for Stogler. He's roughed up along the wall by number 23, Cam O'Keefe. Here's Ian Peterson. The game's only goal. Gets it to Clymer.
What a fabulous save.
This Jeffers is putting on a goaltending clinic.
Just an outstanding play and a better save.
And he steals that one away from the net. Another shot from the point is blocked out in front. This is Iannazzo. Checked it behind the goal. Gets it around to the side, but it's not out. Iannazzo to Becker, and he finally drills it to center where it stopped there by Ian Peterson. Offside, Jefferson. Just past the midway point of the hockey game. 31 shots for the Jaguars, only 1 goal. We'll be back to downtown St. Paul for more.
If it's true the source of America's treasure is its land, the source of its character, its lifeblood, is the people who work it. For through all the change agriculture has seen, the pride, the values, and the work ethic of the farmer have remained true. At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to serve our nation's farm families and are dedicated to preserving their way of life, not just for today, but for the generations to come.
You want to see a textbook play? Here it is. When you see a passing play like Jefferson just had out of the corner, wide, over here to Peterson. He's going to give it in the middle to Crowley. Crowley over to Skoglund. Just the way you diagram it, the only thing that happens, Jeffers stops it. That's the way goals should be scored, but the goaltender Jeffers doesn't want to allow any of them tonight. That's as pretty as it gets. Four-way passing play and ends up with an outstanding chance, only to be thwarted by the goaltending there of Matt Jeffers, who's had just the kind of night you dream about having when you're a goaltender.
You know, as tilted as this ice has been in Jefferson's favor tonight, it's still only a 1-0 game, and Osseo, all they need is a break or two.
That's right.
They're there.
That's right.
And here's a shot from the point coming from McDonough, who just sends it back into the corner over the stick of Matt Marginal. Tapping it off the wall is Anderson. You heard Bianchi yelling boards, but it's not going out of the zone, and instead is sent back in behind the goal. DeWolf up for Parrish, who gets a little bit ahead of the play, and the puck rolls to center. Marginal flips it into the blue line, and back for it is a member of the 1993 team, Mike Anderson, number 7 for Jefferson. Back to the defense now for DeWolf. Up for Bianchi. Across the line for Anderson. Anderson's sending pass is intercepted. Long breakaway effort is not going to happen because Josh DeWolf hauls down an Osseo player, and there will be a penalty coming up against the Jaguars.
You're going to have a holding call now against the Jaguars, giving Osseo the opportunity now to tie this game up. They tried a long pass up the middle. The Wolf saw that he was getting free and just reached across, pulled him down, and now Osseo getting an opportunity, trailing 1-0, even though being outplayed considerably, still having a chance to tie this hockey game if they can mount some kind of offense in this power play. And when you look at the penalty killing of Jefferson, they've had 83% success this year, so they're very, very efficient on that as well.
Osseo power play, not all that sterling, 17 goals on the year. And they need one now.
You could expect Jefferson to be very aggressive and even try and get some opportunities while they're killing this penalty.
Here come Osseo on the attack, but Crowley squeezes out his man along the boards. He then breaks loose, and this is Josh Kristoff. Number 17, Kristoff, firing it down low for number 16, Becker, to Kristoff, circling out in front, but it's picked off by the Jaguars, and Ian Peterson clears the zone. Bino, who's logged a lot of ice time defensively for Osseo, turns it back up ice. Becker's pass glances off the skate, and retreating is Marginal. Marginal, who is going to Wisconsin, beats with Bino, now across ice for Dan Ionezo. Ionezo wants a shot, good, blocked by Heil, he's crashed into. The net comes loose, and Heil strained his legs a little bit as he went down in a heap in the goal crease.
And that was a tough save. That puck bounced, got deflected, and took a bounce. And that's really tough to play. Heil had to make a real good save. Watch this as he's coming down. Ionezo on the far side. Now he takes the shot. This puck is going to get deflected right there off the shin pad. You see that? One bounce up high. Heil had already gone down, and that puck came up right on the shoulder, and he got run into a little bit. Didn't get hurt too bad. Puck, or the net came off its mooring, so we got a face-off to its left. But a fine save after a weird bounce when that puck hit the shin pad of the Jefferson defenseman.
A minute left in the penalty against Josh DeWolf of Jefferson. From the draw, Farwell trying to get a shot. Nick at Farrell. Back from the point it comes. Warren feeding it down low. Now back to Farrell. Number 12. He shoots, and it's sticked away by Heil. Bumping in the corner. Number 14 for Osseo is Chad Nelson trying to break it loose. Farrell into help. Moves it to the point. Back down low now to Nelson. A give and go with Farrell. Behind the net. It hops past the skates of Becker. Becker gets it back again, puts it out in front. It's just sitting there. And they couldn't finish it off as Nelson whiffed on it. Back on the Jaguars. This is Crowley. Circling the wagons. Back out in front, and a save by Jeffers. Bianchi steals. Trying to slow it down. But the Osseo Orioles clear the zone. They have a power play for another 4 seconds as a puck goes up into the stands.
Osseo had some good puck movement on that power play for a while. They were moving it down deep and looking for someone in the slot area. They had a couple passes come out there. One good shot, another was blocked. And then at the last instance, on another shot that was blocked, Treble found it just before the Osseo forward, because at the same time that Treble was looking for it, Farrell was barreling in. Had he been able to get that puck, he was only 5 feet in front of the goaltender, might have been able to put it home. A little better play by Osseo there, getting a nice chance.
Have a good look at Jefferson, the Oriole goalie. Banging his stick now. You hear in the background as the penalty expires. The Wolf on the ice. Jefferson at full strength. 1-0 game with 3.5 minutes to go. Osseo very much in it, although they've been badly outplayed. And now Jefferson gets called for the first icing of the game. We have a break. It's just 1-0. This is High School Hockey 94, live from the Civic Center.
It's the biggest truck sale in the heartland, but time is running out. You have 3 days left. It's your chance to drive Chevy's new S-Series Extended Cab, loaded with AM/FM cassette and much more. Not for $350 a month, but only $199 a month for 24 months. Just $199. Don't wait one more day. It all ends March 14th. Hurry to your Heartland Chevy Geo dealers.
3:19 left in the second period. Jefferson up 1-0 over Osseo, and I'm standing here with Bob Doloff, a fan in a kind of strange predicament. Your son plays for Bloomington Jefferson. Right. Your little brother is the head coach of Osseo.
Right.
Who you root for?
I'm cheering for the blue, and that'll counteract my mom and dad, who are cheering for the black and the orange.
What if Bloomington pulls it out? What do you say to your brother?
Well, I go up and give him a big hug. I'm just so thrilled that they were able to make it into the tournament, and my brother and my son are very close. This is real exciting. It's nerve-wracking, but exciting.
All right, Bob, enjoy it.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back upstairs.
Okay, Andy, thanks very much. Great little interview and a super guest. They have Bob Doloff on. Not a neutral party today. Here comes Jefferson on the attack. A shot right on goal by Derek Camuel. And guess what? Another stop for Jeffers. Oh, big hit at center ice. Throwing the weight out was Ryan Treble. On the receiving side was Josh Kristoff. And Kristoff, seeing stars, heads to the bench. Treble has the puck. He's bumped, but moves it up ice to number 17, Doloff. And an icing call is whistled against Jefferson.
Well, Treble laid a heavy check on Kristoff, knocked him right off the ice, as a matter of fact. But coming right back, Margineau took one on Treble, hit him with a heavy check himself, and Margineau had an outstanding chance down deep for Osseo, only to have Heil beat him. Here's a nice check right here. As you see Treble standing up, you come up and meet the player drops his head for a second and doesn't see you there. You catch him well. But it wasn't 2 seconds later that Treble got hit the same way by Margineau.
1-0 Jefferson as they try to roll out of their own zone. Osseo shooting it back in, apparently did come out, so it's an offside, and we'll face it off with 2:12 left in the period in the neutral ice area.
Jefferson defensemen move up with that play quickly, especially Crowley. Every time he gets it, he's going to be moving. The good thing about him, he's a fella that can move with the puck, get into the holes, and he's quick enough to get back.
Down in behind the Jaguar goal, the puck is taken by Ionezo, who takes a long shot on the bad clearing effort of the Jaguars. You don't see that too often. Now Clymer is being pressured, lost the puck. Here's a shot by Farrell, right on. Heil the save. Puck loose. Heil covers it up as Osseo. I think Lou sensing that the Jaguars aren't able to score. They've kind of turned the tables here the last few minutes, and they're getting some action on this man, Heil.
Well, every time you're 1 goal down and you know all it takes is one shot, you see a good one there by Farrell, and Ionezo going right to the goal, hoping to get that rebound. It bounces around, but Heil is going to just make the save there and grab it. But whenever you're just 1 goal down, you know it just takes a shot to tie. It gives you a real good feeling. You know you're in the hockey game, and there's not any kind of problem that you got that you can't handle if you just get 1 goal here when you got a good goaltender.
Jeff Grayson is standing downstairs with an injury update. Jeff?
Phil Lockwood took number 9 for Osseo. talked to the trainer. He got bunged on the neck. He's a little woozy, but the trainer emphasized he's getting better, feeling better. Might get back in a little later. He got bunged on the neck. He's a little bit woozy. Back to you guys.
Going to be a delayed call here against Osseo, and Jefferson will be going on the power play if they don't score before the whistle's blown.
Crowley sends it down for Skoglund and puts it out in front, and as the Orioles get the puck.
Interference call going to be against Osseo, and this is something that Osseo did not want to do, because if anything Jefferson can do, they can score in the power play. They're very, very effective. As we said, you know, this year 59%, and they move the puck so well. And when you got a goaltender like Jefferson has been under fire all night long, you just wonder how long you can keep making the saves. You see Marginal going off for interference, Jefferson on a power play leading by 1 with only 1:19 to go in the second period. You want to get out of that period just 1 goal down.
Yeah.
But this is going to make it difficult, because this power play of Jefferson's is very effective.
Watch this, folks. They have 40 power play goals on the year. With the puck is Anderson. Down for Toby Peterson, the freshman on the power play. To Ian Peterson, to Crowley. Wrist shot. Jeffers gloves it and has a lot of time to see it come in and holds on.
And that's what Osseo's got to do. Make him move it around the perimeter. Have him feed the points, but keep the points up high, about 50 feet, and clear the front of the net. So if Crowley's shooting from the point, at least the goaltender can see it, and they make sure there's no rebound.
Anderson down low for Peterson. Back in the point for Crowley. Parrish to Crowley. To Parrish. To Crowley. Back across. Bianchi chasing it down. Bianchi to Crowley. There's a shot and a game. Perfect sight line for Jeffers.
Perfect. You just don't want to overplay the guys down low, because once you do that, it's going to come right back out to the slot, and Crowley's going to move in. You see the fella down deep on by the circle. Let him be down there. Here's the guy that's going to be shooting the puck. And if he's going to shoot it, you want him to shoot it from 50 feet, and you want to make certain the 2 defensemen are clearing the opening. But if you overplay it and step down too deep, that man Crowley's going to move in about 30 feet, and then you got real problems.
Coach Ray Doloff up on the bench, looking at his boys who get the puck and clear the zone. Now with a half a minute to go in the period. They'll finish the period on the power play. Mike Anderson, a member of the student council at Jefferson High School, gets it up to Toby Peterson. Here's Peterson into the zone, setting it up in his spot on the right side. Now throwing it out in front, back to the point. Here's Crowley over to Bianchi. Back across to Peterson, but it's tipped away from him. Peterson takes her off the wall. Beats Crowley to Bianchi. His shot and a shoulder save for Jeffers. But Toby Peterson gets it down low. Shot by Parrish, block the rebound. Oh, what a save after the whistle by Jeffers on that wrist shot by Crowley.
This guy's having a game of his life. I got to tell you, he's going to go in and say, I wonder if this is really happening. Am I having this kind of game? I mean, you can't beat this guy. Look at this, the way they're moving around. That's not a tough save. You want them to shoot from there all night long. That's the off angle. It's the other one coming after that shot that comes right in front. He had 2 difficult saves. You want to keep letting them shoot from 15 feet off the circle by the hash marks. They should never score from there. But the other 2 that came from in front of the net, that kid Jeffers, with 35 shots in 2 periods and only giving up 1 goal, has got to be just thinking, this is the kind of night I dream about.
You bet. You bet. And it's sure great to see this happening. The power of the state with just a slim 1-goal lead over the underdog Osseo Orioles. And that guy walking off has been the story. That's the Louisville 6 scoreboard. 1 period to go. Stay with us on the 1994 continuing coverage of the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
For spring by updating your kitchen at Menards. Elger cast iron sinks are now on sale. Choose from many styles and colors. This white double bowl sink is $128 after rebate. Add style to your sink with a faucet from Peerless. This double handle faucet is just $29.69. A single handle with pull-out spray is $99.99. At Menards, you'll always find low prices.
Save big money at Menards.
It's the biggest truck sale in the heartland, but time is running out. You have 3 days left to save big on the most popular truck in the heartland, Chevy CK. Plus, get $1,200 in option package discounts. One look and you'll see why Chevy outsells Ford, Dodge, Toyota, and all the rest. Nobody beats Chevy. Nobody. Don't wait one more day. It all ends March 14th. Hurry to your Heartland Chevy GO dealers.
Christian Brothers Diamond Design Slap Sock, America's Stick for $94. For over 30 years, Christian Brothers of War Road, Minnesota have been making the highest quality hockey sticks in composite, aluminum, wood, and fiberglass, and goalie sticks for players of all ages and abilities. All Christian sticks feature the famous Diamond Design Slap Sock. The Christian name is your assurance of quality, durability, responsiveness, reliability. Christian Brothers, hockey sticks made by hockey players.
Aisle 2. It's for you. Hello?
Mrs. Ward, this is DCM.
Yeah?
If you could change the way banks do business, what would you change?
Put them in more convenient places?
Such as?
Right here at Cub Foods. And then you could be open 7 days a week.
Thank you, Mrs. Ward. Oh, nice sweater.
Oh, thank you.
TCF, banking the way you want it.
And now, a Minnesota 9 News update.
Good evening, I'm Gary Rebstock. It could be the end of the road for the ALG drug program at the U of M. The University Regents Committee voted to shut it down. ALG is an anti-rejection drug used in organ transplants, but not approved by the FDA. Senator Dave Durenberger pleads not guilty again to abusing his Senate expense account. A grand jury reinstated charges against him after they had been dropped by a federal judge. Parents don't want to worry when they send their kids off to school on the bus. Well, tonight they are rallying at the state capitol for changes to make buses safer. And the mother of the 5 children killed when someone set their home on fire in St. Paul is speaking out for the first time since the tragedy.
The system to give those guilty of this terrible crime the harsh penalties when they are arrested and convicted.
The Ramsey County Attorney's Office is following all leads in the case. Well, we know a lot of you are new to Minnesota 9 News, so we'd like to show you more of what we're all about.
If you've seen Minnesota 9 News lately, you've seen the most complete coverage of the events that touch our lives. You've seen local and national news with depth and insight that other newscasts don't have time for. Our partnership with CNN enables Minnesota 9 News to cover the day's top events from around the world. And Minnesota 9 News is gaining the reputation as the station with investigative reports that affect people's lives.
The water from this fountain, the one teacher Laura Lane drinks from, is highly contaminated. 260 units of lead found in our sample. To give you an idea of how bad that is, EPA recommends if the lead level of any fountain or outlet exceeds 20, take it out of service immediately.
When we had the waters tested at several local schools, the results were alarming. Dangerously high levels of lead. Results that no one was aware of until Minnesota 9 News broke the story.
Minnesota 9 News investigation has uncovered some serious problems with security at Twin Cities International.
Just about every week, ITS advertises for help. So we sent producer Eric Lunston in with a hidden camera to apply for a job as a pre-board screener.
The FAA saw our story, and since its airing, has launched a full investigation resulting in changes that improve security. Growing, meeting the changing needs of viewers in the Twin Cities. Award-winning stories. All from the #1 independent television station in the country. KMSP TV's Minnesota 9 News.
That's all for now. We'll have a complete wrap-up of the day's news after the game.
You can never depend on the weather, which may be why you see more of these GMC trucks on the road, and why you should see your GMC truck dealer for this same kind of dependability in the GMC Safari. Available with all-wheel drive, equipped with the extra traction and anti-lock brakes you need, and a great cashback offer, too. When you can't trust your luck, you've got to trust your truck. So see your GMC truck dealer now for a truck you can depend on season after season. See your local GMC truck dealer today.
These are annual and perennial weeds before Banvel. These are annual and perennial weeds after Banvel. This is Spike. These were weeds. This is Canopy. Unlike contact herbicides, just one spray of Banvel at Spike gives you all the residual control you need. Banvel. It's simple, but effective.
What's it like to face Curtis Joseph when he's wearing Louisville hockey gear? Louisville hockey. Hockey the way you want to play it. Some poor goalie is going to be taught a lesson about Louisville hockey sticks from Steve Eiserman. Louisville hockey. Hockey the way you want to play it.
I can't drive this, which is why I don't drive most minivans. Except for one, Mercury Villager. It's different. It drives just like a car.
Villager offers versatile 7-passenger seating, front-wheel drive, standard driver's side airbag, ABS brakes, and meets all government safety standards for passenger cars.
Maybe that's why it's outselling every import competitor. Mercury Villager. Now you don't have to drive a truck to drive a minivan. At your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
And welcome back to the St. Paul Civic Center. We're between the second and third periods of tonight's quarterfinal game. And what a clinic, Lou Nanny, we are seeing in goaltending, because this young Jeffers lad for the Osseo Orioles has been solely the difference in this hockey game.
Far and away the difference. You know, when you're on the lead like that, Ted Williams used to say it about a baseball. He'd see the actual stitching on a baseball because he's really in a groove. Well, when a goaltender's on like that, they say they see it as big as a basketball. He's seen it at least as big as a basketball. 35 shots, the majority of them, and I mean the high majority, over 90% quality shots, only one goal. This kid has never played a better game in his life because he hasn't played this kind of talented team with 35 shots in his life before having those quality chances. This is easily, and I don't care what game he's played, the best game he's ever played. And Osseo's sitting in there knowing they just need one shot to tie. That's got to give him a great deal of enthusiasm and spirit, because it doesn't look like this kid's going to get beat, and he's feeling so confident now. If you saw the way he handled the last shot right at the buzzer, the way he grabbed that shot from Crawley after the buzzer, like, give me that puck, it's mine, and here it is. He's really feeling confident in the nets.
But at the same time, we have seen a little bit of a resurgence in the Osseo attack, too. They're starting to get some of them shots now, and I think they realize, hey, their own end is taken care of. Now let's try to get something going.
And more than that, Wally, you know, Jefferson getting a little frustrated not being able to score, gets caught doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and they're not as solid defensively as they normally are. Here's an opportunity we're going to see for Jefferson. He makes one save, then another one right off the blade. The shot was taken, hit the blade of the defenseman, hit him in the pad, went to the corner. Our producer was looking for a save. What should I do? I said, turn to any 20 seconds. You'll find a save.
Well, let's turn the page here, and that, folks, is the story of the hockey game. 35 shots for Jefferson, 34 saves for Jeffers. And Osseo has mounted a little bit more of an attack in that second period. If you're sitting in the Osseo dressing room right now, your coach, Ray Dolph, what does he really have to do to get his team on the board?
I tell him to make the good pass coming out of the zone, and anytime you get from the blue line in the offensive zone and the Jefferson zone, put the shot on net. You never know when something's going to go in. Try to get a goal that way. You got to have a shot to get a goal, so get the puck out of your zone first. You got to make certain you're not turning it over there. That's what they were doing too much of, and once you get in the offensive zone, doesn't matter where you are, put the puck on the net.
Let's see if they can do that when we come back for the third and final period of this quarterfinal game. The third one of the day. The winner will go on to the semifinals tomorrow night. The loser will join the consolation bracket. We'll be back to the St. Paul Civic Center for more of the state hockey tournament.
If you were to take every article, every review, every honor, every award, everything positive people have had to say about the Toyota Camry and put it on a wall, you'd need a very big wall. And now there's the new 1994 Toyota Camry with dual airbags, a new V6, and built in America. Imagine the wall we're going to need for that.
If you have children involved in sports, there's only one eyeglass lens they should be wearing. The Gentex polycarbonate lens. Look what happens to a standard plastic lens when struck by a projectile. Compare this to the Gentex polycarbonate lens. Notice the projectile simply bounced off the polycarbonate lens without breaking it. Be safe and choose polycarbonate lenses for your all-star player. Vision World, Minnesota's locally owned optical company.
Getting the right price for whatever you buy is important to you. At Champion Auto Stores, we know that. That's why we give you the right price guarantee in writing. It assures you that you'll never pay too much for anything you buy at Champion Auto. But you know what? You can save even more if you stop in right now during our name brand sale. In fact, if you stop in on Friday or Saturday, we'll give you something for free. A free can of engine degreaser with any purchase. It's all happening at Champion Auto right now. Don't miss it.
I was ice fishing when my Chevy fell through the ice. We hauled it out, full of water, frozen solid. I changed the plugs, the fluids. It started right up. That was 100,000 miles ago.
Man, you think that's something. One night in 1980, a friend and myself were looking for a hunting spot. We missed a turn and actually went into a canal. You could see the headlights shining underwater with fish going by. Slammed it in reverse and backed right out. Truck never missed a beat.
Chevy, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Back at the St. Paul Civic Center, that's the view from our GMC Viking Land cam. High atop the St. Paul Civic Center, they're seeing a good hockey game here. Who do you like in this one? Jeffers or Jefferson? Right now, Matt Jeffers keeping the Jaguars at just 1 goal, and Osseo very much in this game, trying to end the reign of the two-time defending state AA champions. Let's go back upstairs to Wally and Lou.
Thanks very much, Gilly. And it has been a one-man show so far in this game. Jeffers coming into this contest with a 3.02 goals against average, 88.6 saves percentage, and 3 shutouts on the year. And that's the guy down at the other end. He's facing an undefeated young goaltender, Jeff Heil, a senior, 17-0-1 on the year. He's a captain of the tennis team and very involved in the DARE program. And right now, he's got the goose egg going on his side of the ledger, but Jeffers has been the story. And, you know, when you talk confidence, this last replay exudes confidence.
Well, this was a real good passing play by Jefferson. A fine save right there. A second save comes up right here. Then the puck's going to go back out to Crawley as the buzzer's blowing. Look at that save, and there it is. Thank you very much.
That last one coming after the period had ended. So he is ready. And that, you know, he's just so focused, so dialed in, but we've seen him so strong in his skates, and he's almost impenetrable tonight.
Well, and he's got to be feeling good. When you're playing that well, you get a great deal of confidence, and you feel that you can't get beat. And that's one thing that's got to be bothering Tom Satterdahl and the coach right there. He sees his club playing as well as he can, and he sees all these chances, and he's wondering, how is this kid going to keep doing this, and how long can he keep doing this? He knows his team's going to get another 10, 15 shots this period, so he's just wondering if any of them are going to go in.
And they just have to keep shooting themselves, because eventually you'd have to figure the law of averages. Jeffers has to tire.
Well, not only tire, the law of averages with those quality chances. How can you keep stopping every one? But this coach right here, Doloff, has got to be very, very pleased with what he sees. If they would have told him before the game, you're only down 1-0 going into the third, how do you like it? He said, I'll take it every day.
Absolutely. Dollop in his 13th year as head coach at Osseo. Spent 3 years playing at Augsburg, was a captain there as a senior, and also assistant coach at Augsburg College for 3 years.
Power play to start the period for Jefferson, and as we said, they're real dangerous on that. They had a number of quality chances just before the period ended.
A power play that is at 59% on the year, and they have a half minute to go as we get into it. This is Joe Bianchi along the wall. All-state player 2 years in a row. Bianchi playing it behind the net for Toby Peterson. Back to Bianchi. Now to Crowley at the point. Crowley over to number 7 Anderson. Down low for Peterson. This is Toby Peterson, the youngster. Back to Anderson. His shot goes wide. Off the boards. Bianchi to Crowley. Back to Bianchi. Winds and fires, and that's just gives it just wide.
Great penalty kill by Osseo. That's one thing that they had to do, and it was real important to get it done at the end of the second and the first part of the third here, and they came through.
That will be a lift in their spirits as they make a player change. Jefferson tries a long-range pass that doesn't click, and icing is called against the Jaguars.
Well, that's the kind of start that Osseo wanted to have. You know you're a man short. And you know that Jefferson's got a great power play. If you kill it off, you get a little bit of boost. And here they are sitting just where they want it to be in this third period, killing that penalty off, and now just one goal down and maybe getting some offense cranked up. Get a shot here or there, and you never know what happens.
Farrell, number 12 for Osseo, trying to whack it out in front of the goal. Goes up along the board. Skoglund now, number 8 for Jefferson, has the puck. Lost out. Ionezo shooting it right back in behind the Jefferson net. Josh DeWolf turning it up ice. Picking it off the wall now is Cody Peterson, the youngster. Over to his brother Ian, and now into Skoglund, but catching up was a good defensive effort by the Orioles. And that was done by Ionezo, the forward on the play. Jefferson still has it. Long pass by Ian Peterson. Goes through everybody wide. Skoglund after it. Does some whacking down in the corner there with number 16, Becker. Now Jeffers comes out. Flips it off the wall to Ionezo. A nice tip up now for Farrell. In front of his own bench. Jason Farrell shooting it down ice. Josh DeWolf. Lost out to Ionezo. Two guys breaking in front. Ionezo tries to step around the defenseman. Trouble, but can't. And the Jags take over. Try to bounce it off the boards to neutral ice. Finally it does. Picking up in the middle of the ring. Number 8, Skoglund, with a long shot that hits the defense. He goes off and puck back to neutral. McDonough to Nelson. Nelson is caught up by Luke Murray. Third line for both teams up there. And here comes Murray. Played on 2 state champion teams. A nice drop pass. The dollop is right on. And Jeffers snares it out of the air. And he'll hold for a face-off. It remains a 1-0 hockey game as you take a look at our Menard scoreboard. With a short break, we'll be back to the 1994 high school hockey tournament.
You're watching the 1994 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournaments, brought to you in part by Banville Herbicide, your Vikingland GMC truck dealer, and by Subway.
Another fine play by Jefferson. Coming down, they move the puck real well, take the defenseman deep, drop it into a trailer, and he's able to walk right to the top of the slot. Dolph gets that shot away, but Jeffers could see it, an easy save for him, and the defenseman just takes the 2 men to the side, so he holds on, gets a face-off.
McDonough to Mark Fino. The sophomore defenseman gets it out to center ice. It's cleared right back in by Luke Murray. In the corner, Madala trying to center. Comes right back to him. Now fed back in behind the goal to Murray. Murray back out in front for Dolph, but it goes off the skate wide. Fino now has it. Pass is right on the stick of Dolph. Quick checked away from Camuel on a good defensive play by number 6, Matt McDonough. Primer back in his own zone to Crowley. Mr. Everything, Mike Crowley shooting it up ice. Trailing on the play is Camuel trying to get to it, but Osseo cleared out. Crowley wraps onto a Osseo player, hauling him down, and Captain Mike Crowley, who will go to the U of M next year, will first go to the penalty box.
He's going to get a high sticking call. It could have been hooking. You see him right up there, gets him right around the throat. Both hooked him and high sticking, so it was an obvious call, and this is going to be an opportunity for Osseo.
There's a break in the action. We'll be back for an Oriole power play in just a moment.
He's a lover, a fighter, a father, and a friend. He's Coach.
Weeknights at 6:30 on Minnesota 9.
Osseo getting the kind of break they needed. They're 11:31 to go in the third period, trailing by 1, and now they get on the power play, a chance to tie.
Kristoff darting across the line. Slides left, is checked, and firing it down ice is Ryan Trouble.
1-on-4 is not going to do it. You got to move that puck. You get in the zone, look for someone to pass to. You can't beat them all. Just short passes coming out of the zone here on your own stick. You can't give it away like that.
Here's a giveaway. Bianchi trying for a shot. Lost out, and Fino scoops it up. Just a sophomore, but boy, does he play poised back there for Osseo. Into the zone. Here comes Kristoff taking a shot, setting it out in front from behind, and it was just behind his intended receiver. Back now come the Jaguars. Bianchi to the corner, just lets it ride by, and he'll circle back to a defensive role. Fino, number 18, Mark Fino. Slides the puck up the boards for Nick Warren, just out of his reach. The Wolf back for it, brings it around to the other side, but it's Kristoff there taking the puck. He's knocked down, keeps it alive for Ionezo. Ionezo behind the net for Becker. Knocked away from him, split around to the other door, and Ian Peterson finishes the play.
Osseo just making the wrong selections here. They have men wide open to pass the puck to, and they're passing through people. They just got to make the easy play, let the puck do the work, and that's what Jefferson does so well.
Becker's pass right up the middle was almost stolen by Ian Peterson. Marginal behind the goal, leaves it now for Warren. Warren, nicknamed Rusty, gets it out to center ice. On the right side, crossing the line is Nelson, trying to cut out in front. The puck is loose, and Farrell can't get the shot on goal. It hits the skate and goes wide. Long clearing pass is blocked. Lockwood turns and fires. Crawley is the Wolves that won that one, and the Jaguars clear the zone. Crowley back on, so Jefferson weathers the storm, and they're at full strength. Nelson going into the corner, puts it out in front. Lockwood trying a shot, but sprawling the block that was Mark Parrish. And finally, Jeff Heil holds for a face-off. It's still just a 1-0 game. We will be back to the St. Paul Civic Center for more of this great game.
Yeah. This is TCN. Who? Mr. Miller, if you could change the way banks do business, what would you change?
I'd make them have a lot more cash machines in more locations for emergencies.
Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Thank you.
TCF, banking the way you want it.
Well, we got 9:10 to go in the third period. Jefferson leading just by 1. As we go down into the third period with just a 1-goal lead, it's going to make Jefferson a little anxious because they know that 1 goal by Osseo could mean overtime, and then anybody can win.
Backing up into his own end is Josh Kristoff, turns it over. Parrish beating it down low for Bianchi. Now to Crowley, moving in from the point, stripped away from him, and tossed to center by Matt Marginal. Climber to Crowley. And it carries a length to the rink for an icing call. Crowley over talking with the linesman. He doesn't quite buy it, but nonetheless, that is the call.
Well, you're looking at a man that had a lot of work here tonight. Jeffers in the net, 36 shots, but he's only given up 1. He's kept his team in a hockey game. And there's a man, Heil, knowing that just 1 to beat him could tie this game, so a lot of pressure on that man.
You bet.
And, you know, Osseo had a couple of chances, and one thing, Kristoff broke down the right side. He went around center to just miss for a good opportunity, but before he went around the net, Becker was wide open on the left, and he didn't quite see him, or he'd have been right in front of the net, wide open.
Hello. For Jefferson, sends the puck to the other side, but Ionezo keeps it alive for Osseo in the attack zone. Ionezo has 2 players open, but he's wrestling with Bianchi along the boards. Ionezo doing a good job controlling. Down to the corner now for Becker. He puts it out in front, but the Wolf turns it to the corner, picks it up himself, and relays it out to center for Anderson and now to Parrish. Parrish turning it on, but he's slowed down. He can't get a good shot. There is going to be a penalty, however, on the play, and Jefferson will go to a power play. We'll be back to see what the Jaguars do on this one. They lead the game by a goal. You're watching the state tournament from the Civic Center.
Spruce up your home with help from Menards. Start with a fresh coat of Glidden paint. Spread Solo is Glidden's highest hiding paint. Just $6.95 a gallon. Spread Satin is $8.79. Cover your floors with plush Diamond Mills carpet. King's Ransom attached back carpet installs easily. Just $7.99 a square yard. Carpet remnants are 30% off regular roll prices. Save on home improvement needs at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
6:59.
Parrish breaking through with a lot of speed, but McDonough comes across to take him out. McDonough not too happy with this call because he's going to be called for tripping right here. It seems like he hits him there. Well, you be the judge, but Osseo now man short Jefferson on a power play, and Osseo's got a big kill to have to do here because if Jefferson gets up 2 on him, it's going to be the hockey game.
Anderson. Crowley. Back to number 7, Anderson. Takes a shot. It's blocked. Bianchi the rebound. He can't pull the trigger. It's loose in the crease. And Jeffers flat on his back. Reaches out with his left arm and hauls it in.
What a wonderful performance this kid is putting on in the nets. Great power play, good puck movement, this Jefferson team. They find open men all the time. And here's Bianchi right in front. He gets 1 shot away, and he tries to get the rebound, but Jeffers holds right onto it. Bianchi a little frustrated because that puck bounced on him, or he had a real good opportunity before he moved closer. As he moves closer, he hasn't got as much to shoot at on the goaltender.
Orioles clear of the zone. This is Josh Kristoff hustling in after it. Can't get there. And now Toby Peterson races up ice. Crossing to the right side in his familiar spot where he breaks. Peterson behind now for Parrish. To Joe Bianchi. To Parrish. Cross ice for Crowley. Down low to Peterson. This is Parrish. To Bianchi. On the point for Anderson. A nice block there by Kristoff, and the puck rolls out to center.
Great block by Kristoff. Had that puck got through, Crowley was going to be able to move right in because they finally got the 2 high men from Osseo out of position there.
Here comes Anderson, sprinting up across the line. Goes to the corner. Circles the net. Mike Anderson. Back on the point now for Crowley. Takes the shot, gets it into Joe Bianchi. Back to Crowley. Now to Bianchi, but he's swept from behind by Becker, and it never got the shot away. Harris circling out of the corner. And Crowley can't contain it in his skates, and he'll have to retreat for it.
Osseo playing superbly, killing that penalty, letting him pass the puck around the perimeter, not giving him anything, and just killing the clock.
Crowley, coast to coast, behind the net. Looking, over to Anderson. Wrist shot. Hits a stick going wide. Behind the goal, this is Toby Peterson. Crowley cutting in, a shot blocked. The rebound is there, a penalty over. And here come the Orioles. Ionezo across the line, tries a shot, but he's all tied up by Peterson. And it's cleared out of the zone. They weather the storm again. Hope you're enjoying this one along with Lou Nanny. This is Wally Shaver live from the Civic Center. 5:43 now left on the clock, and this is a nail-biter. You should be on the edge of your seat because they're standing here in the Civic Center in many corners watching a great game shaping up between the Jaguars and the Orioles, and it remains 1-0. The only goal coming at 4:17 of the first by Ian Peterson.
Well, Jefferson right at the end of the power play finally got Crowley where they wanted, in all alone right in front. They got him the puck, and Jeffers beat him. Just a fabulous save. If you got that one, you could save that one for the end of the game because it could be a key one.
Jeffers sets it up behind his goal. Pass goes up to Willery and out to center. Third line for both clubs out there. Special teams have seen a lot of action in this one. It's centered out in front by Willery, and just out of the reach of number 14, Nelson. And some of the fans here hollering for a penalty against Jefferson. I think a sentimental game is developing. Here comes Camuel with a shot, and that's blocked. Murray chasing after it in the corner. Beaten to the puck there, and the Orioles grab it off with Nelson starting up ice. Pass goes off some pads. Reaching back as Willery declared into the zone. But Jefferson moving right back. Washed over. Swinging along the boards as he's met along the wall. Now Osseo coming up across the line. Here's a chance for Marginal. A shot right on, and Ohio stops that one.
And Marginal didn't see he had a man wide open on the far side. Warren just coming off the bench was right in the middle of the low.
Skoglund dropping it back for Ian Peterson is dropped to the ice. Little brother Toby back to the blue line for the Wolves.
I got him.
Back behind now for Peterson. Trying to center, but it's picked off. And here comes Nick Warren. Warren, football player, across the line, and a pass was off the skate wide. Big crunching up along the wall, right inside the blue line. 4 players going for it. Marginal shoots it down low, back behind the goal. The Wolves to the other side. Spun around and unable to control it is Skoglund, but the puck hops over the glass and into souvenir country. Under 4 minutes left. It's still 1-0 Jefferson. This is High School Hockey 94, live from the Round Building on Kellogg.
I've always wanted to make people look and feel good about themselves. And I get that chance every day at Great Clips. I listen to what they want before I ever start cutting, because I want my customers to love how they look. People can stop in when it's convenient, evenings, weekends, without an appointment. They know they'll get a great haircut at a great price every time.
Look at that.
And that's what Great Clips is all about.
Our style is your style.
Well, Matt Jeffers has just got a standing ovation from the crowd here at the Civic Center because it was just said that he tied the tournament record with 20 saves in the first period. So the crowd here acknowledging the feat by Jeffers in the net for Osseo. And I got to tell you, Osseo's got to be feeling good now. Right now, it seems like there's more pressure on Jefferson, even though they have the lead, because they're down to 3:53, and another goal here for Osseo could mean overtime, and that's where they'd like to get to.
Here's Anderson to Parrish, but he's slowed down in the process by Fino, and I'm really impressed with how well that youngster has played for Osseo.
Osseo's really been helping out Jeffers a little with their body down deep. Their defensemen have blocked shots, they've hit people, they're helping out a great deal, and this has made for a very exciting hockey game throughout. You got a team that's, you know, one of the biggest underdogs you can get in the tournament because you're playing a team after a three-peat here, and a team that only lost one all year, doubled your scoring, a very high-powered offense, and this guy in the nets has put you in the hockey game, and you're in a position to tie, and then hopefully, in their minds, a tie would get overtime, because that's where you'd want to get with Jefferson into a one-shot situation, especially when your goaltender's hot.
You bet. Osseo coming in 16-9. They only finished 5th in the Twin Cities Suburban West Conference. Here's a chance in front for Anderson, but a sprawl by Fino blocks that shot. Crowley now pinching in from the point. Plays it down low for Anderson, number 7. Top line out there for Jefferson. Anderson to Parrish, who curls out of the corner. Now it's behind the net for Bianchi. He is slowed down. Can't get the shot away, and it's cleared off the glass, but not out. Parrish to Anderson. It's off the heel of his stick to the point. Clymer takes a shot. That goes wide. After it now is Kristoff, but he can't clear it. Bianchi, also looking tired. Crowley to Bianchi. Shoots it wide. Banked off the glass and all the way down. And Osseo will gladly take an icing here to relieve the pressure and get a line change.
Well, that record we were talking about last happened in 1975, but it goes all the way back to Jim Matson, St. Louis Park in 1948 as well. So that was quite a period that Jeffers has put on, but the main part about it is he's put on quite a game. That was just one period. Now he's got 40 shots on net, and we're still at the 1-0 situation, 2:25 to go. Jefferson putting on pressure. Osseo looking for just one quality shot is all they want. Jefferson wants to get that second goal to put these guys to bed, but they're not able to do it yet.
Keep in mind, Jefferson had 10 of their 40 shots in the first 5 minutes of the hockey game. That's when they scored the game's only goal. And here we are at center ice. Ian Peterson's pass is blocked. It's touched by the Osseo Orioles, and a hand pass is called against them.
That rule's going to drive me crazy. I mean, that was no more a hand pass than anything. I can't stand it, but that's the way they have it in the books.
Well, sometimes I think they call it a little too tight. You know, you got the flow going. It's a great game. Keep it going.
Well, especially when you're just knocking the puck down. You know, hockey, you want continuous action as much as you can have it. You don't like to have any kind of stoppage in play, much less needless ones that they still have in the book.
Chance for Osseo's Warren, but he's caught up to. Can't get a shot. Carlo now trying to keep it alive. Number 10 for Osseo over to Marginal. And his effort to pass behind the goal sails over the glass, creating a face-off back outside the Jefferson defensive end.
Carlo just slapping his stick a little bit. He's a little upset. He wants to get that puck through to the net, especially now you're under 2 minutes. Any kind of shot that you can get on the net is what you're looking for. Something might go in, you might get a rebound. Jefferson knowing the clock's on their side right now, but at the same time, Osseo with a great deal of heart here all night long, continually battling, you're fighting. You never want to just relax for 1 second if you're Jefferson, because you don't know what Osseo's going to do. The kind of competitiveness they've had here tonight.
There's a break for Toby Peterson. Over to Stovlin. On the backhand side, he can't get the shot. Jeffers is down, but the pass is not there. And here come the Orioles. Up the left side, a break for Kristoff. Trying to cut in, but the Wolf takes him down, and then he's clobbered on a heavy jolt from Ian Peterson. Good recovery by the Jaguars. Fans hollering, but that was a good play by Jefferson.
It was a real good check. One thing about the Jefferson defensemen, they'll take you too. They play very solid defensively. It's overlooked how good they are defensively.
Kristoff will get another try. Drops it off for Warren, and his shot is right on. And Ohio duplicating a feat that we've seen all night long from Jeffers at the other end.
And that's something Heil's got to be aware of. He didn't have much, opportunity to stop the puck all night long, so he's got to be in a situation to be sharp for any shot, and that was a good shot. We're having a timeout right now coming by Osseo, and one thing the coach is going to tell him, he's going to tell Jeffers, I hate to do this, but there's going to be a time I've got to pull you, and he's going to be looking at the clock, and it might be right now. You got 1:05 to go, and they're in a position now where they've got to go to the win. You can't protect the loss. You're down by 1. As good as Jeffers has played, they are in a position right now to make certain that they've got to try anything they can to get a goal. And Heil just made a good stop on that shot by Warren. It was out from 40 feet, but a blaster.
And that's a good time to call a timeout.
Yeah.
The faceoff will come up in the Jefferson zone. 1:05 left to go in the third period, and it'll really give Ray Dolph, the head coach for Jefferson, a chance to set up. You're looking right now at Tom Soderdahlin, who is very experienced in being here. He's had 21 years at Jefferson, 10 years here at the state tournament, including 4 championship titles, including the last 2. What would he be telling his kids?
Well, he's going to tell them the most important thing now is if you get control, get the puck out of the zone. Don't go shooting for the open net. We don't want to get a whistle and come back down in our zone, and make certain the goaltender can see the puck. You don't want to get anxious. What happens in a situation like this? You know you've only got a 1-goal lead. You know that if they're going to be gambling, you don't want to be standing around. You want to make certain that anything that they get on shots should come from the perimeter, and you want to clear the front of the net. And when you get control, make certain you get the puck out of the zone, and don't pass the puck blind. Don't throw it away blind. If you have to eat it along the boards, you do it. You kill if you go in the corner or along the boards for a puck with someone. You keep kicking it so the clock keeps going, but you don't kick it free. You play it in between your skates.
Jeffers has done his job. He's on the bench. Now it's up to the forwards. From the draw, Kristoff backhands it in front, and Ohio clocks on it. There will be another face-off coming in the Jefferson zone.
And that's what you could see right there. Jefferson had 3 men down deep in front of the net, making certain that nothing's coming through and ready to take any man going to the net. And that's what they got to do. They got to keep the front of the net now clear. You can't give up a rebound and lose a rebound to them, and you certainly can't allow anybody to stand alone free in front of the net. And one thing Osseo's got to do is don't throw the puck away blind in the slot area. When you got control, you got to make certain you get the puck back to someone in the open to get a shot, because you got to have a shot go to the net. Jeffers, just by his play today, will make the all-tournament team undoubtedly. Doesn't matter what happens the rest of the tournament. He can give up, if they don't win here, 5 in the first period tomorrow. This performance he did was spectacular tonight.
Standing room only in the Civic Center tonight. Big check thrown, puck in the corner. Center to Kristoff. Marginal can't tee it up, and here come the Jaguars. Anderson looking at an empty net, but it's checked in front of the bench. And Marginal throws 2 crushing body checks. Osseo trying to work up ice. Kristoff picks up the loose puck. Kristoff across the line, but it's offside on the left. Warren was just a stride early. And we'll have a face faceoff back in the neutral zone.
Very close play. Kristoff just making the move in front of the line. Warren thought he was going to go over the line and went over just himself. The one thing you got to do as a puck carrier is gain control of the zone. When you're cutting across like that and the defenseman gives you 5 feet, gain control of the zone. A little surprising here. They're putting Jeffers back in for 30 seconds. He's going to play way up, but still, you know, even if you lose a faceoff, it's still on the other side of the red line.
Poked into the zone. Climber. Off the boards. Climber again. He's stuck in the referee's skate. Warren takes it. Now, Ianazzo tries a pass up ice. It's blocked. Another tip shot goes to the line. Crowley is there for Jefferson. Rolls off the stick. 5 seconds left. That's not going to do it. The game is over. Jefferson wins. But they really had to work to control Osseo. And a major league hug for Matt Jeffers down at the goal crease for Osseo.
Well, we've seen a couple of outstanding performances here today. Kraft with 4 goals for Moorhead. And this game by Jeffers, just an unbelievable performance by that goaltender. Played the game of his life and made an outstanding hockey game for Osseo against the heavily favored, tremendously talented, and well-coached hockey team from Jefferson that's going to move on. Just an outstanding hockey game here tonight, Wally, and a wonderful performance by Matt Jeffers in the net. And everybody's got to be happy with the kind of performance that we've seen by these 2 hockey clubs. Jefferson left nothing on the table. They played their hearts out. They had every kind of quality chance available that you can think of, and the only thing that they were able to gain besides the win was 1 goal by that man right there, Matt Jeffers.
Well, he did his job. Only allowed 1. And it was a good one as well on a nice shot by Ian Peterson that picked the 5-hole just 4 minutes into the hockey game. And you can bet each of these guys from Jefferson has a very encouraging word for Matt Jeffers, a senior goaltender who goes out on as high a note as you possibly can.
I tell you, the referees made some great calls too. They did an outstanding job. They were right on the spot on that goal that by Jefferson was a correct call. The way they let the teams play, it was a well-refereed game and a certainly well-played game by both teams.
It's over, but we will return because there's lots more hockey coming up on Minnesota 9 as you are watching the continuing coverage of the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Osseo's goaltender, he played out of his mind. I mean, he kept them into it. I mean, that deck save on him when it was 1-0, and that really got our guys frustrated, and Osseo played a great game.
Okay, Jeff, congratulations to you. We'll see you tomorrow night in the semifinals. Let's bring Matt in here. Matt Jeffers, come on over for a minute. I know that you wish the 1 hadn't gotten by you, but everybody's raving. You tied a state tournament record tonight with 20 stops in the first period. You must have been up for the game knowing what Jefferson brings to the table.
Well, I was up for the game, but I was so nervous. I mean, our arena holds maybe 1,000 at the most. It's 17,000 people. It's too much of a rush out there. I didn't even feel it. It's just...
When you got going and made some stops, then, you know, did it feel like it was going to be a good night?
Oh, yeah, after the first period, only 1 goal. Last year, we got cleaned by Jefferson, so after 1 goal in the first period, we were happy.
Okay, congratulations to you, Matt, and go visit with the rest of the media. They're waiting to talk to this guy. He tied a state tournament record tonight. Matt Jeffers, smiling tonight. He lost it for Osseo 1-0, but he played an outstanding game. 40 shots pumped in by Jefferson. Jeff Heil stopped 17-18 in the nets for the Jaguars. They move on into the semifinals. We'll return with more from the 1994 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. Jefferson, the winner in our quarterfinal matchup.
Friday, Osseo facing Minnetonka, and the O's Chad Nelson takes the feed from Bill Lockwood for a 3-2 lead in the second period. Into the third, the skipper's Matt Johnson blasts away from a power play goal to tie the game up at 3. That sent it into the overtime, and Josh Kristoff to Matt Margano for a power play goal, giving the Orioles a 4-3 victory in overtime and sending them into the consolation championship game against White Bear Lake. The Bears in white score early and often. Senior Jesse Rooney slips one past Matt Jeffers for a 1-0 White Bear Lake lead. Margano sets up Nick Warren perfectly on what would turn out to be Osceo's only goal of the game. As White Bear Lake takes home the 5th place trophy. Despite the loss, the Orioles still had a good time at the tourney.
This has been my dream since I was a little kid, and it's all I expected. It's just been great playing in front of all these people. I mean, it's great hockey, great competition. I've had a blast, and all the guys have had a blast too.
I've been around, I've seen the 2 runner-up teams, and we finally made it. And we didn't come here and get blown out like everybody expected us to. We played well, and that's something I'll remember as a high point of my hockey career.
And on Tuesday's program, we'll have a look ahead to the state